So we talked briefly about the idea of proficiency grading, and so we aren't completely there at this point in time. However, we are working on migrating that direction. So I thought I'd just recap what we discussed. I'm going to go into a formative assessment here. This is something we've been doing with Marzano and his team. We've just had some good discussions with them about how they do things. So basically, what we do today is that we can come in and we can set up the course to be points only, and we can set that scale up so that it runs from a 0 to 4, and they can be directly in points. They could be done by a rubric, lots of different ways to set that up. So anyway, the idea is that they're available and you can set them up so that it's below basic, basic, proficient, or advanced, or however you want to label them. As the student completes work and you score them either by points or through the rubric, then when you come back to the performance page, then you'll start seeing how this comes across. Now, we can kind of get where we need to be today. However, as we move forward throughout the year, our goal is to make this, rather than being activity versus student, it's really outcome or competency versus activity, so that we can look at any one competency and see how many evidences that we've collected for that competency, and then determine any number of different ways of grading against that competency. So we had some good discussions, but for today we can get close, and then you can finalize the grades and give them whatever basic, proficient that you want to go with. But as we move into the future, we'll do a lot better job of actually providing something that does not average, does not sum, but really projects out good models towards highest score, mode of all, mode of 2 or 3 or 5 out of 8, however we may want to set that up. So anyway, this is kind of how we can get to it today, with things to come as we move throughout the year.